Praetor would be impressed if your victory actually meant something.
What is going on, guys? Make sure the sound's all good. Sigic chest, that's not too bad. So yeah, I'm really struggling with this staff. It's definitely a difficult drop. I don't know if anyone else has had any trouble with the slowed staff, sea slowed. I want it now. Now it's not dropping, I want it. But I've got to level up the bow skill line anyway on the back bar for the Necro, because I've got another build coming out for the Necro. Luckily the anniversary event is going on for quite a while, so it's given me plenty of time to farm it. But yeah, this one's really difficult. I must be pushing 40 geese now. It's quite tough. I didn't know I was running lessons, right? Maybe I am. I haven't even looked at the other style pages, the ones in Vardenfell, because I've been stuck on this, because I've got the True Flame, I've got the Staff of the Worms, but this Ulvenor staff, the Sea Slowed one, is really, really tricky to get. But I've had some nice motive drops. I've had the Sigic chests just a minute ago, I've had the shield, so I've had a few good little drops, but not the drop you want. I thought I'd kill two birds with one stone and level up the Necro bow line. I was trying to get this, so I can't even get a hit on this boss. I'm not even getting the boxes again, there's not even a lot of players here, so I'm just doing rubbish. I was on the wrong bar. Damn it. What, it's only 21? I've been doing this for ages. It literally was at 0 though, to be fair, so like... Yeah, so like I've got, I'm going to be dropping the Death Knight Necromancer build, hopefully today or tomorrow. Might be tomorrow. Just still getting some clips together. It's pretty much done though. And then I'm working on this other Necro build. This is a 2-bar build, this will be. The Death Knight one is a 1 bar that I'm releasing, and then this one will be a 2 bar. I want to do some Necro builds. I'm really liking the Necromancer at the moment. Regardless of what other people say, there's definitely been some really good Necromancers I've seen. Particularly two-handed ones seem to be hitting really hard, doing Dawnbreakers and stuff, and yeah, they're not to be underestimated, Necromancer. Just because you see a Necromancer you think, oh, they're going to be rubbish, but there's definitely been a couple that have really surprised me. So yeah, like hopefully the audio's okay. Keep tweaking the audio, making sure it's okay. Yeah, so I'm just going to be rambling about the Necromancer basically. It's definitely got some strengths. It's got that burst, you know. It's hard to manage. But the blast bones does hit hard. There's no denying that. It's just getting the combo correctly. It's a bit like, it reminds me of Walden a little bit, because you're dropping that subterranean assault, and then you've got to sort of time. I really need to get into a group or something. I wish there was a group. Fucking forward. Getting any experience barely. Yeah, I wish there was yeah, it's similar to the Walden, like we got to time the subterranean assault, and that's the same as the blast bones. You got to time it so it all hits at once, and I've been with some nasty Dawnbreaker combos. It definitely hits hard. It's, you know, like, yes, it's hard, Necromancer, and a lot of people play it for the challenge, to be honest, and that's what I'm doing. And I do like the class a lot, but it is good. Like, the burst is there. It's just hard to throw it all together, and it does lack a lot of buffs. You know, like it doesn't get the major sorcery and brutality. So I'm using Rally for that. So, hi, what's going on, mate? Yeah, so it does lack a lot of things, so you're drawing a lot of stuff from, like, say, like the two-handed skill line to compensate for that, but you can definitely, I actually done some damage that time. You could definitely do some good builds, without a doubt, on Necromancer. It's just a bit trickier just to throw it all together, get it all working, you know. But yeah, this one is going to be a two-handed and bar on the back bow for high mobility. Looking for the staff, mate. Yeah, I am. I'm really struggling. I think a lot of people are as well. It seems to be the worst one from what I've seen. The True Flame took me about 50 casts. That was pretty quick, about 20 minutes, and I got that. The Staff of the Worms was a bit harder. That was probably like 40 diamonds, and that drops. So I got that within basically the first day. But this one, this is like day 3. I haven't really extensively farmed this, but I've probably done about 40 geishas, and I've had no drop. So yeah, it's definitely a tricky one. And people have confirmed it does drop from the chest, because obviously, does it drop from the boss? I'm not getting tags on the boss. So, but yeah, it should be from the shell tropes. I agree, yes. This one in particular is very nasty. But there is some good drops. The only thing is I'm not getting the anniversary boxes barely. I've really got to, because this build, it's not damage focus, it's PvP build. I've got to make sure I get the tags on the boss just for them boxes. It drops from the shell, yeah. I was like, yeah, that's good really, because sometimes I'm not getting the boss drops. So have you got it then, mate? You've got the staff. Shame they're not sellable, do you know? I mean, you make some sweet money if you had a couple of drops, didn't you? I don't know why, I'm still going to keep saying it, I don't know why they did not make them tradable. Why would you not make them tradable? Like, you could make some really good money, you could help other people out, you know, you could just buy it. Oh, you know what, I'm just going to buy it, I can't be bothered to farm it. You know, and pay an extortion a man, you know. I don't see the harm in that at all. Like I said, I think all style pages should be tradable. You either have two choices, you either do the grind, or if you don't want to do the grind, you pay the money. Simple as, isn't it? Managed to get them all, blimey. I haven't done the Vardens, but is it the last two? So I've done True Flame, I've done Staff the Worms, and this is the Olvor Staff. Is there two in Vardens though, isn't there? The helmet or something? I don't think I'm going to get that far. I've been too busy with the builds and stuff, and but yeah, I do want to get this one now, so this one's bugging me. It is a nice staff as well. So we've got to try and get that together. No, you've done well to farm all them. This one is particularly nasty drop. But yeah, you're getting some nice Sigic motives, which is nice. I've got to keep on the bow, because obviously I want to level the bow. But on the boss I'm going to have to hit it with the sword and try and get a bonk on it. Wear it then, yes, helmet and staff from World Boss in Varden. That's another staff. I have to look into that. I know it's a helmet, yeah, then I need to look at the once I've done this one I might look into it. It depends how hard this of a drop it is for me. So how many geese do you reckon it took you to get these Olvor staff? I've heard some people say it took them like 5 hours of farming or something. Really nasty farm. Mate, I just might just spam executioner. Oh, I did actually. I'm right. I get the drop. That's good. So,
let's see how you fare next time.
I completed O-Swarm pit last night as well. I've done that twice now. Staff of Sun. Oh yeah, that's that golden one now. I remember now. I don't know why it just randomly came to me when you typed in what it was called. Yeah, I do vaguely remember that one there. It's like, yeah, golden rod, Aquaman looking sort of staff. Yeah, I'm not too bothered about that one. I think this one I like more. Sorry, I just sneezed in. Oh god, what's wrong with me today? It does look good, the Olvenor staff, yeah. Took me ages, unfortunately. I like the werewolf salt build. Yes, I've just released the werewolf build, and I'm really pleased with it, to be honest. It's because, like I said, I've been holding back not releasing werewolf builds because I couldn't find anything that worked. It was either hitting too hard and not sustainable or tanky enough, or it's really tanky and it doesn't do no damage. And I think that build is a good balance. The Essence Thief synergises very well. You're getting that damage bonus. It's a really, really good build. I like that. I will be doing more werewolf builds as well. But yes, it's looking. It is, you know, the werewolf build. It does hold its own. And at the end of the video, if anyone's watched, I did do like a little standoff with someone, the 1v1. It went on for about 3 minutes. I did lose in the end, but because I made a mistake. But yeah, it can really hold its own, you know, against good players as well. Because people go, oh, it's only against rubbish players. It's not. It was against good players. So Werewolf can hold its own. It's the same with Necromancer. Like they can hold their own. It just takes more skill, more practice, and more effort with the builds. You know what I mean? Like with DK, you can just slap anything on. Nightblade, you can chuck anything on. It's still going to murder people. Do you know what I mean? But like with Necromancer, you've got to be careful. You've got the right skill on. Have you got the right? You know, you've got to make sure you have the right stuff. You can't just willy-nilly throw stuff on. You've just got to be more mindful, you know, that's all it is, really, when it boils down to, is Necromancer a worse class? Well, yeah, okay, you can say it's a worse class because it's got less buffs, but it's just, other classes are just more forgiving, you know what I mean, like, more of their skills are useful, you know, easier to apply things, whereas, you know, Necromancer does face that challenge, and same with Werewolf, it's harder. Doesn't mean it's not workable, it's just more difficult. And some people like a challenge as well, don't they? But yeah, I think, oh, this bloody throat. Just want to make sure I've got like 20 drinks with me. Yeah, but the Necromancer definitely works. I've been really slapped hard with some Necromancer builds. I recently came back to the game after quitting. Wow, it's been 9 years. I wish I never quit playing here. So, oh yeah, man, I love your bash build. I'm waiting for the Necro bash. Yeah, I don't know when I said there's so many builds we've got to do. Trying to cover, you know, the majority of the aspects of it. I didn't get a drop there. I just want to get in a group. No one does groups on the console. Well, not as much, should I say. Right, Bo's at 24, so that's all sweet. We need to... Yeah, I just wanted that high mobility. I think backbar Bo is pretty good. Sometimes I just can't be bothered to keep running. There don't seem to be any groups, mate. But yeah, bash builds. I will be doing more bash builds. I don't know when we'll be doing a Necro one, to be honest. I want to do the more viable ones at the moment, which is the Sorcerer and other stuff. But I will, you know, get round to doing pretty much everything, you know. But yeah, I'm definitely going to throw a few Necro builds into the mix. There's so much, yeah, there's lots of stuff I want to do. There's still 12 days to go, I believe, on the event, so plenty of time. Oh, that's alright. Yeah, lucky it's a long event, isn't it? But I still don't get, they said the True Flame was an exceptionally rare drop, and that dropped, I think, easy for most people, as far as I'm aware, and the Starves was just like, I think just they'd had a chance to drop, like nothing mentioned that it's extremely or really hard, like the True Flame. But it's the complete flip, and this has been really hard, and the True Flame has been easy, so I don't know what they was going on about. That's why the video I made about, oh, you know, you could make money on the thing and that, which you can from the perfect row, but, you know, completely misinterpreted it, and, you know, they're banned as well, which was another kick in the teeth. I don't know what they was doing. My partner got True Flame first cast. Yeah, that's what I mean. That's pretty good. But yeah, I was expecting that to be like a 2-week grind, super hard. If you get it, the page is going to be worth like 10 million, you know. And everyone's got it, and it's just like, wow, that's just proper killed it. But I don't know. It is what it is, isn't it? I really don't think they should have been a camp band. I don't know why they did that. Stupid, really. All that effort. I mean, you could get some extra pages, couldn't you? Level up some characters, and that would encourage me to level. I was going to do another character, and I thought, oh, I can't be bothered. But you know, if like I was doing Dolmen grinding, and I could get another Worms page, you know, what start for Worms, and sell that for, you know, then Yeah, I mean, like, it's an extra incentive, isn't it? I mean, I might do something, do you know what I mean? But once it's, you know, once you've got it and you use that style page, then you're not going to get the drop anymore. Well, I need some sand or something, I just can't be asked to get the remote. Yeah, so like the Necromancer, yeah, obviously I've got this build. I think this build should be really, really good. I'm not sure, hopefully the sets are going to be really good. The resistances are really packing. I can just quickly show. Look at that, 36, and the crit resistance is good as well. So this build is going to be very, very good. It's definitely going to have the resistance, it's going to have that mobility, it's going to have that damage as well, and it's going to have the pen. So all in all, it should be very, very good. It just depends how well I can play it, of course. But I've got high expectations of this build. I'll just keep spamming Executioner, and that done the job. Yeah, because I want the boxes, so I need transmute crystals. Gold, well I've got a little bit of gold. I made some gold, I've sold some ethereal dust, and I've sold a few little bits here and there. So gold ain't like, I probably ain't still got a lot, I've probably got half a mil or something, nothing crazy. I've got no rewards for the worthy, come on there. Not sure the criteria for getting drops, but I agree about being able to trade other pages if they gave you the ability during the event more during, yeah, because I just think you should, you know, some people don't have the time, do they? Luckily I can bend things around my schedule, and I do have the time to farm this, but you know, but there could be players that really want the staff and they just simply don't have the time to farm 8 hours a day, do you know what I mean? Trying to get one staff page, and some people just might go, do you know what, I'm just going to buy it with a gold, do you know what I mean? And it's just nice that everyone can have it, do you know what I mean? But if you're willing to pay the money, but to make it an exclusive drop that you have to farm, I don't know. I think there should always be the option to buy it when it comes to just style page, because there's no advantages there to having it. You know, it's just cosmetic. There's not going to be like, oh well, they're just going to make them more powerful, they should grind for it. I think just style pages, you know, like it's the same. Say the, you know, like the veteran dungeon ones that drop, you know, or the veteran trial ones that drop, you know, motives. You know, if you get like a chest piece and you worked really hard for that, you know, you've been grinding, really hard dungeon, you get the drop, you know, and you've already got it, you might want to sell that, do you know what I mean? Give it to someone else who can't do the dungeon, and you can, you know, get your worth by selling it for like a lot of money, a lot of gold, do you know what I mean? And if someone really wants it, they can pay the money, do you know what I mean? And that's the way I think it should be. Not with everything, but I mean, I think with style pages, I really think that's the way. Because like I said, I've got a friend who doesn't do PvP and doesn't do battlegrounds, and they want some of the style pages on the battlegrounds. But of course, you know, you have to do tons and tons and tons of endless battlegrounds to get them style pages. And they're account banned, the battlegrounds ones. I think it's a shield they wanted or something, because the shield's really nice. And I've probably got it, because I've probably got all of them now. But they haven't got it, and they don't PvP, do you know what I mean? Like, I know the argument is, well, you know, like, if you want everything in the game, you should have to you know, you should do things. But I think, again, they're just style pages, so like, they should be tradable. And if you're doing lots of battlegrounds, once you've accumulated all these style pages, there's not a lot of money to be earned from battlegrounds, unless you get that super rare drop of the recipe, which never drops. But do you know what I mean? There should be an option to, oh, I can earn some extra money by selling these battleground style pages, you know what I mean? But, you know, they just don't seem to want to do that, do they? Players were commenting about drop rates being increased, but not sure if it's true or not. No, I don't think these, well, from what I can tell, I don't think anything's been tweaked, if you mean these are anniversary ones. But yeah, like I said, you know, if you want a Battlegrounds shield, you've just got to farm it endlessly. And I think if some people put the time and effort in and they want to sell it, then they should be able to.
You plugged one leak.
At least I'm getting the box drops now because I really need transmute crystals. I tell you, I can't be bothered to do that. It's because I don't do dungeons. This is what is hampering me. Do you know what I mean? Like I can't, because you get 10 transmutes per day per character, don't you? But I just can't be bothered to do dungeons because I've just done so many scribes and more. Yeah, I'm getting some nice, a couple of nice motifs. Mate, that's, again, is that tradable? I don't, oh, it is tradable, yeah, joking. I'll probably just use that because it ain't all that special. So yeah, a couple of nice little drops. Well done. I do not see my staff page. Which one is the next one? Right, it's the one at the bottom. But yeah, like I said, this Necromancer build I've got really, I think it's going to be very, very good. Like I said, the resistances are super high. I've got to get a vampire back on this because I've swapped the armory as a thing, and but I've already pre-leveled the vampire thing, so that's not a problem. I just got to get bitten again. But yeah, I'm just getting that bow up, and then I will be testing this out afterwards once I've released the Death Knight. So I said that probably will drop today or tomorrow. Like I said, I've pretty much got the footage. It does hit super hard. It's got a nice damage shield on it. It's one bar. It's simple. Yeah, it's a nice little build. I've dabbed in PvP Cyrodiil, but not Battlegrounds. Yeah, Battlegrounds, I prefer Battlegrounds. I used to be big on Cyrodiil. I'm not as big because the thing that annoys me with Cyrodiil is it's a lot of, they call it the horse simulator, don't they? Because it is a lot of riding around, which is okay, but I just find the mounts are a bit on the slow side. Even when they're fully optimised, I think, and again, agree with me or not, but I think everyone would agree with me, is that when you start a fresh character, the mount is too slow, even with the CP buffs or the continuous attack passive. And I think it should be all characters. I think they should remove all this mount training nonsense, and every character should just have max speed on the mounts, because it would encourage people to go to Cyrodiil, because you ain't got super slow man, you ain't going to get pulled down as quickly and picked off. And I think it would be a big thing for Cyrodiil to remove the mount speed and just make everything max speed. I just don't agree on the speed. I agree maybe you've got to pay for the stamina of the mount to make it, you know, that you don't fall off as much, and they could keep the storage capacity, you know, train that every day to make it store more items. That's fair enough. I think the speed, I really think that should be just flat max speed, end of, on any character you pick, whether it be a new character, a character you've already got, or whatever. I just do not agree with it, because I just think when you've got a super slow speed, it just discourages you from going into Cyrodiil. It certainly discourages me. If I make a new, that's why I can't be bothered to make a new character, because Mage's guild line I hate doing, and the mount speed. And I just don't see what they get from doing that, to be honest. I just think it should just be boom, you know, everyone's got the same speed. So that's why I tend to do Battlegrounds, because I do enjoy Battlegrounds. It's very balanced. because it's just 4v4v4, there's no number advantage. Obviously you could get some crazy elite players just smash through everyone, which does happen. But you know, like it's more balanced than it numbers wise, so and you don't get as much lag. So there is definitely some advantages. How is this looking there? Oh, it's coming up a little bit. Oh, I hate levelling things, but at least I'm killing two birds with one stone here, so that's why I'm on the Necro, because I need to get that bow line up. It's just for major expedition, basically. I mean, I've got it from the channeled acceleration, but I'll have a double source of it, so it's going to get that high mobility. And mobility is king in this game, do you know what I mean? Like, you can make some builds that are slow with the sea serpents and that, and you can get the high damage. If you want to escape, be difficult to pin down, it's the way to go, isn't it? I'm going to make a group in a minute, because what would I say, going to form a group. I'm going to form a group. Because there don't seem to be one, so I need to get some organisation here. So I'm going to start inviting people. I can't get hold of anyone. Everyone's running around. Invite to. Where's invite to group? Invite to group. X4 group invite. I'm saying X, it's out on PC. Yeah, so you on console? Yeah, at the moment this is my Xbox account. I mostly play Xbox EU. I do play PC NA as well, but just not as much because most of my stuff is on console.
Feel the power of Tradeable, the Radiant.
I'll send some invites after this. I'm on PS5. I wish I was on PS5. I want PS5. I'd have to start another fresh account, wouldn't I?
The best thing about Yagra,
Right, let's grab some players.
we have many, many more.
Yes, come on. Let's group up. Let's go, guys. Make it easy for me so I can actually get the tags as well on groups, innit? Mate, the inventory. I wish another thing, the inventory I think should be doubled. With all the endless sets they keep dropping, you know what I mean, in the game and stuff, I really think inventory space is really becoming a big problem now, especially with hoarders like me. I've just put ask for invite to group. Ask me for invite to group. Start farm. If that makes sense, don't really make sense. Yeah, so this star farm is definitely a real tricky one. It's certainly not an easy drop. It's looking to me like it's about 1 in 200 is my guess. But I could be wrong. I've just subglued, got good luck in getting a star. Cheers mate. Thank you for the support. I do the odd live stream now and again, but I mostly do like builds and guides. Because I just keep struggling trying to stream from Xbox, and I don't want to be using Game Pass because the graphics is naff. But you got to jump through so many hoops to get a stream through Xbox. It's annoying. I'll try, and if there's anyone else here, I'm going to see if I can get more invites for people. There's another players there. Invite to the group. Invite to the group. Come on, join my group. You need to be in my group. Invite to group. Let's get this going. So 2, 4, 6, there were 7 people here, it's not too bad. Everyone like the stream as well if you could please, that helps me out. So yeah, like I said, killing 2 birds with 1 stone, levelling the bow line, and then I'm also levelling, or farming for the staff, should I say. Trying to pull as many people as I can into the group. That way it's going to give me more experience and everyone's going to get the drops better. See if I can get a few more. I said some people might be queuing for other stuff, so you know. But yeah, I want them boxes because I want them a couple of transmute crystals. I don't think you get tons from them, to be fair, but it's better than nothing. If they're free and you're getting them anyway, I would like to get them. Right, bow's on 27, it's okay. Has anyone asked for invite? I haven't seen. No, right. Let's go to the next one. But yeah, this staff is a nasty little drop, mate. I'm not sure if I will be getting this staff, to be honest. But once I get to the bow to 50 and it still ain't dropped, I'm probably going to leave it at that, to be honest. I do want the staff though, but there is quite a bit more time, so I suppose I ain't got to totally give up. So you do get some nice style pages. Mate, I went the wrong way. What was the Necro talk about? Yeah, so I've just been rambling about the Necromancer. Yeah, so I'm dropping the Necromancer Death Knight build, and I've got another Necromancer build coming, and just yeah, basically ranting because a lot of people still think Necromancer ain't no good, and it is a good class, it's just harder to put together. But once you put it together properly, do you know what I mean? Like I've seen, I don't know if everyone's with me, but have you seen really good Necromancers? I've seen quite a few good Necromancers that hit hard and are very hard to put down. So so basically you're just discussing about that, how to make them killer in the PvPs, yeah. So yeah, I mean, they're just hard to get everything right with them, and particularly on a 1 bar as well is very, very challenging. 2 bar is obviously a bit more forgiving, but as you can see with this one in particular, I've got the resistances there, very nasty, tough resistances, with crit resistance is good as well. So we'll be throwing this build out afterwards. I just need to level the bow, so it's got the high mobility. And just building it correctly. Like I said, you can't, people think you can, with other classes, like I said, you can put anything on them and they're going to work a lot better than with Necro. If you put the wrong thing on Necro, you put the wrong skill on, it's going to destroy the build. You have to be very careful with the, with the Necros, and just to say, yeah, they do hit hard. There's no, I think Necros get bashed a little too much, to be honest, and a good player will make any class work regardless of how bad they are. Yes, they lag behind, yes, they have their problems, but that does not mean you can't make good builds with them. It's the same with werewolf, it's a struggle, yeah, but you're still going to have, you still get slapped hard by them. It's in the right hands and built correctly. Necromancer can be a good class. Yes, you could probably excel better on another class, but you can still make some top-notch builds with them. That is without a doubt. You just have to be more careful with what you're doing. So yeah, that's why, just talking about the Necro and just, bitching about the staff. That's pretty much all I'm doing, to be honest. Where is the next one? Dropping it, it's up there. Yeah, so like there's things you can do. Obsidian, do you run Necro as well, or are you having trouble? I've got a few pointers and stuff as well. Or are you good with Necro? You might be better than me. I've just got my Nightblade where I feel capable with them. Yeah, Nightblades, it's because they're the best class in the game. It's undeniable. The undisputed is always been Nightblade, to be honest. And like I said, Sorcerer is a close second, or, at the moment probably the same. With Dragon Knight and Warden close behind. I have one Necro sitting and I'm bad at it. Yeah, Necro, it's not easy to be good. I would the thing with Necro is, I think, not to go too heavy into the Necro skills. Like if you look at my front bar, I've got 3 skills of the, or 4 skills including the ultimate, of the 2-handed. So that's what you have to do. I think you have to weigh heavy more into the weapon line to compensate for what the Necro lacks. Because, the Necro has clunky skills, but it can work, and to treat it like a Warden. If you play a Warden, it's similar to a Warden in a way, because what you're doing with a Warden is you're lining up a burst combo. So say you drop the Subterranean Assault, coming with a Dizzy Swing, Dawnbreaker, Executioner, and that's similar to what this is basically. Because then you're getting your major Berserk, you're getting your major Sorcery and Brutality by having these 2-handed skills on, and obviously the pen is not to be worried about, because I've got the Onslaught, do you know what I mean? So it's just ticking all the boxes that the Necromancer skills are not providing you. I think the Necromancer skills are very good for defense and healing. But offensive, it does obviously lag behind, so that's why I've used the 2-handed to compensate for that. A lot of skills, and like lining up, like the Subterranean Assault, like I said, with the blast bones. You know, it's the same style. You know, it's a delay. You press the blast bones and then you land your combo all at the same time to shock your opponent and get the kill. That's basically what it is. It took me 30 minutes to get the staff, and I've been farming volcano events for 15 hours and still haven't got the worm cult staff. The worm cult staff drops from dolmens, by the way. Do you think onslaught is a predictable skill? It's a commonly used skill because it's very powerful, and I think it's better than Dawnbreaker because, like I said with Necromancer, it lacks a lot of things. But if you put onslaught on, then you don't need to worry about penetration. You know, one skill is going to give you all the penetration you need. Do you know what I mean? So you can, you know, and with Necromancer, you have to make sure you've got all the boxes ticked, and it's hard. So having onslaught on, I think, is probably one of the best in the slot for Necromancer. You know, if you're doing two-handed as well, because it's just giving you access. And like I said, the major sorcery and brutality is hard to get hold of. It's not on the Necromancer's class skills. So again, the two-handed will provide you that. So it's just trying to eliminate things that are an issue. You know, so you can got more time to focus on the other things. Like, oh, now I can invest more in defence, invest more in this. Do you know what I mean? But if you've got to worry about pen on top of it, do you know what I mean? It's going to make things more tricky and more challenging. Come on, where's my staff? And it's just, yeah, it's ticking all those boxes. See, whereas a lot of other classes get it passively through things. You know what I mean? They get. And this is, obviously Necromancer don't. Telegraphed rather. Yeah, I suppose it is a little bit, you can see it coming. It is dodgeable. You know, there is some downsides to it, but there's downsides to everything, I suppose. Oh my god, aren't the vents considered dolmens? No. Vents, I'm trying to think of volcanic vents, you mean the ones in Galen, but they're not going to drop the worm cult staff. Any normal old-fashioned dolmen in the older regions of the game, the non-DLC, will drop the worm cult staff. So I just done them in Disharm was the best for me. As I found Alakare Desert was too chaotic and I wasn't getting the anniversary drops, whereas Disharm was more manageable. So use them. You got to buy bag space. And no, Joe, be over it, yeah. Yeah, thank you so much for letting me know. Yeah, so the worm cult staff drops from any dolmen, and the true flames from any fishing node, and the Ulvenor staff, which I'm farming at the moment, drops from any geesia in Somerset. I don't think there is any geesia. There might be in Galen. I can't remember now. Oh, the volcanic events and volcanic events in High Isle and Galen. Yeah, so the others are world bosses in Gardensville, which I haven't even looked at. It's such an ugly staff though, but the Ulvenor one, I thought it was quite nice, like a slowed one, and I did prefer the staff to the worms, but I do want this one as well. And an ugly sword, the True Flame. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say it's the best sword in the world, it's just more like nostalgia, super rare item, everyone wanted it at the time. But I just wish they would be tradable and at least make some money. Like I said, some people don't like this, you know, the style pages. You know what I mean? And it'd be nice. You know what? I'm going to sell this. It's not for me, sort of thing, isn't it? But that's why I think they should be tradable, because you might not be bothered. Some people don't like the style thing, innit? And you could just sell it, couldn't you? And make a bit of buck. That's. They've really pumped up the grind. This grind seems to be really bad. Really, really bad. Oh my god, I really got to swear this inventory. Oh, it's probably the anniversary boxes, isn't it? I should open some of them up. Let's get rid of them quickly. Transmute crystal, yeah. One. Mind you, I'll take any transmute crystals, mate. I will take any transmute crystals, even if it's just one. Yeah, I said this isn't the best ideal character for farming because I said, yeah, the inventory isn't amazing. I'm just doing it because I want to level the bow line as well. I'm keeping them because I want to sell them. And that's because, yeah, because I'm holding stuff now, it's starting to affect the inventory. I don't know why I've got them, I should really delete them, to be honest. I'm going to get rid of them treasure maps as well, as they are not required. Canarfies, yeah, they're not going to be worth much. I'll just get rid of those. Got the sword in Rockardell fish in 20 minutes. Yeah, I had it really easy. I didn't struggle with that at all. About 40 and it was just done and dusted. Oh, it's this one. I'm just going to travel because I'm lazy. Did 15 Masters Writs, still no left-hander Aegis lead. Yeah, I did remember doing that one. The jewellery writs, tough one. And again, because I don't really do jewellery writs anymore, or any writs, if I wanted to lead now, it'd be quite difficult because I just don't do crafting writs anymore. I just don't see the point in doing them. Well, I mean, I know you can still make gold, but I think it's where they dropped, when they made the jewellery not worth as much, the platinum and all the platings and that, they're not worth as much now. It just sort of discouraged me from doing them. And I just got sick of doing them. I was doing them for years and I just sort of eventually gave up. So yeah, really a gold source is what I lack on Xbox because I don't actively farm gold anymore. I do the odd stealing. I prefer stealing, is more fun because I find the writs are a little bit, I mean obviously on PC you can do it quicker, but I couldn't be bothered. I used to do just like jewellery crits on all characters and just haul tons of chromium plating, but yeah, I just don't do that anymore. I just found it a chore. I've done it for years, you know what I mean? I think, oh, I'm done with this. Are you going to use a bow skill or just a speed buff? It's just literally for the speed buff. Because I've never really run a bow on a back bar. It's always, you know, sword and shield or staff, isn't it? And the thing is with Necromancer, you're so pressed to, you know, like, if I run staff, I feel like I've got to run elemental drain, do you know what I mean? Where do I put it on the bar? You're already pressed for where can you put things. So, I didn't want to run staff, and then I thought, oh, what about sword and ball? It's going to make me more resistant, but like I said, as you can see, my resistance is good anyway, 36k, very, very good. So I don't really need sword and ball, so I thought, you know what, how about mobility? So I've got channeled acceleration as well, so I should have 2 speed buffs. I know they don't stack, but I have 2 sources basically, so I should have high uptime on mobility.
The sea slaughs are patient. We know we will win in the end.
Come on, come on, come on, give me the staff. I want the staff now. You're making me sad now. Right, well, how's the bow line going? Still taking ages. Yeah, like the geeses are not best for obviously getting experience either. They're not too bad, like I said, they've got some reasonable drops. Doing writs every day for the event is a bit soul killing, yeah. I used to do it, the writs, but I just can't do it anymore. I just got no enthusiasm to do them. And like I said, the woodworking writs, you know, you get a Rossian, they sell for like, on Xbox, they sell for like 2k, 2.5k, do you know what I mean? Like, I think the only thing that kept me going was the jewellery ones because they were worth so much at the time, and now they've been nerfed to bring them in line with the other materials. That one thing, you know, has ruined it for me. I just can't be bothered. Yeah, you can still make money, I'm not saying you can't, but it's just not as much, without a doubt. And I just can't be bothered, but I prefer stealing it as a gold source. making like 30k gold a day just doing a stealing route, or mass killing, just quicker and easier, more fun, rather than doing crafting writs. And again, it's a lot of inventory management. You've got to have ESO plus, really. It's a bit tricky, do you know what I mean? I just can't be bothered anymore, really can't be bothered. You're paying for the sword dropping from the first or second fishing. Oh, you're paying. Yeah, I mean, the true flame was pretty good for me. Like 40 holes, and it drops. And other people, as far as most people I've heard, you know, they have it quite easy. I went to the bloody wrong one. Yeah, most people I've heard, you know, what they said, they've got it. It's not been too bad. But yeah, they should have made them tradable. Just, I'd probably pay for this, but mind you, like I said, it probably would be a lot of money. Like half of me, I probably wouldn't have it on the account, but on PC, you know, I probably could pay for it or whatever. I don't know. I just think there should always be an option with style pages just to buy. You know, if someone wants to grind for it and wants to put the effort in, then they should be rewarded for it by it being expensive. If they've got the time, if you haven't got the time, you can just buy it outright. But that's what they do, innit? You've just got to roll with whatever they do. But they didn't make it clear on the website either. It didn't say, by the way, these pages are account bound. It didn't mention anything, so I had no idea. I just assumed they would be tradable, as most style pages, every time they drop one, is usually tradable, you know, so it was quite a bit annoying. This page is real pain. Just spam execution. It drops from the chest anyway, but I just want the anniversary boxes, of course. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I'm going to be getting this stuff, to be honest. It's certainly not an easy drop. I'm going to go a quick toilet break. back. Let's see if I can just finally see if I can make that one. I might miss this one, to be fair. Depends how many people's in it. When I was on, I think last night or the night before, the geezers were going so quick because there was like 30 people on them. So I might not make this one. I'm being tagged as well. Come on. Oh, not water as well. Oh, help me. Come on. So slow, these damn mounts. Speed them up. Double the speed on them. Right, am I here for the boss or is the boss gone? Oh my god, I'm here for the boss. Sweet. Yes, I made it. I didn't get a drop. What the hell?
Only think you won, dead crawler.
Perfect row. There we go. Can't moan with that. I think I sold all my perfect row though, because I've made it's just that is one of the better farms. I mean, like I said, if you're a veteran player that's bored like me from doing monotonous stuff, logging in and out of characters, which I'm not a fan of, I'd say your two go-tos are mass killing and stealing, or fishing. You know, is your best ways to make gold. Or should I say, if you don't want to make gold through crafting writs, that's your best ways, I think. And I think they're just more fun as well. I'm just not a fan of crafting writs anymore. Like I used to be. I used to be big on the crafting writs, so don't get me wrong. You know, and there's still some people that probably still do them religiously. I just found them too much of a chore, and it was the logging in and logging out of every character. And yeah, the two things I don't like about crafting writs is the logging in and out of every character. It's time consuming when you do it on it, a lot of characters obviously, and it's just the inventory space. It's just becomes annoying as well. You need ESO plus. Really, it becomes a bit difficult to manage without ESO plus. I thought, well, that's why I think you're better off farming with stolen loot or perfect row. It's probably your two best bets, to be honest. If you're not a fan of crafting writs like me, that's your little go-to gold farms for consistent gold. I might try and drop some more thieving or killing places. There is a couple more in the game that are really good, that a lot of people don't use, or might have forgotten about, or newer players might not know about. So I might, like I said, I do different videos. I don't just do builds. I do guides and tip videos and other things that I come across or that I know of. Obviously the big mass killing thing was in Reaper's March. Oh, that's not Reaper's March. Reaper's March was the caravan bit here, but it's been nerfed. I don't know why they nerfed it. I think it was stupid. But there you go. I think they reduced the number of the NPCs because everyone was mass killing them, and someone had people had an issue with it. I don't know why. But there is some other nice spots in the game, but that was the best one, without a doubt. And obviously the Vardenfell paintings is another nice farm with the treasure chests. But again, I don't know, they used to drop better, and every stream I've done, I've not got one, so it makes me think they fiddled with the drop rates, because see, they sometimes fiddle with drop rates on things and don't tell people. They don't put it in the patch notes, so therefore you're not aware it's been fiddled with. No box there either. I swear no one is getting this style page. I should have farmed this one first. Had I known this was the worst, I would have farmed this first. This has been a real nightmare. But like I said, we've still got time, guys. If you want to get this staff, you just got to put the work in. And like I said, I'm leveling my bow anyway, so it's not... That's what when you've got to do a grind of something, try and incorporate something else with it, do you know what I mean? Like if I just went on my main, my sorcerer, then I'm not going to get anything from doing this apart from just obviously farming for the staff, do you know what I mean? But you know, do this while you're leveling a character, innit, or while you've got to level something on the side, you know, just so you've got double reason to be here, because if it's just for the staff, you're going to get bored and quit and give up. But now I've got two reasons, and it's for the staff, and maybe you'll level some skills as well. So it's definitely worth doing. Just go on a character, make sure they have inventory space though. I've gotten a lot of row this time round, and dragon parts. Yeah, I've had quite a bit of dragon stuff and all, yeah. And the row is nice. But I was hoping, like I said, the true flame was going to be the difficult drop. I'm surprised that this staff is a difficult drop, because it's not how they phrased it and mentioned it on their website. Because I wanted to do tons of fishing to get tons of row. I ended up getting about 7 rows, so I did get quite a lot, but I thought I was going to be farming for days, you know, fishing, and I was hoping to make a ton of gold through the row. But obviously where it dropped and that was it, I was like, oh well, you know what I mean, like what the hell. And I think a lot of people were I spoke to a lot of people that, you know, you felt a bit disappointed that it dropped so quickly. I was like, oh. And even I was a bit disappointed. I wanted it to be a big grind. I mean, maybe it has been for some people, but from what I've heard, it's not been anything major. This has been the worst. The staff, the worms, has been a bit tricky for some people, but I've got that within one day. But this I've been doing for multiple days, and it definitely seems to be tough. So yeah, but we'll see. It might drop. I might get lucky. But yeah, the bow experience ain't great either, to be fair. Right. Oh, someone's looking for gooses. Right. But yeah, perfect row. That is what you want. Perfect row, always going to sell, because like I said, they're in the best potions, like XP potions, and the food is smoked bear haunch, which a lot of end game players use. So it's always going to be in high demand.
Embrace your futility, worms. Somerset will be ours.
Tom, there's my staff. Thank you for my staff. No. I don't think anyone's getting it. I don't know what they've done with the drop rate on this. It's definitely... It's been fiddled with, I don't know. Or is it just hard to begin with, I don't know. I don't know anything. But yeah, I want to definitely be doing the Necro soon. I'll be dropping that Death Knight build soon. Probably be tomorrow, to be honest. I even going in the right place? I'm just like floating. That is the right one. But yeah, perfect row is just the best way to make gold. It is boring, admittedly. That's why I was hoping the True Flame would be a really hard drop and do tons of fishing, but it just weren't the way. But obviously, if you want to do fishing and get extra stuff, I would fish in Somerset or Apothrica or Artaeum, because you're going to get motive drops and recipe drops and other stuff you can sell on top. But if you just want pure row at the highest rate, you want to be in Rothgar. It's your best bet. And most people have got access to it now because it's a free DLC. They did make it free, so hopefully you got it. My bow's got to be hitting 30 now, surely. It's because I'm no longer enlightened. They should have put on the website, oh, this staff is an exceptionally rare drop. Because it bloody is. This is an exceptionally rare drop, in my opinion. Or from my experience, should I say. I could be wrong. But like I said, I'm loving the resistances on this. This is nice and tanky with high mobility. I mean, that's a good step. That's a good starting point, isn't it? Just need to make sure the recovery. The things that concern me on this build at the moment is just the recovery is a little bit I need to work on, and make sure the weapon damage is there. So that's the two things that they're still there. I just might need to just adjust them just a little bit.
A single battle is not a war, dirt crawlers.
But yeah, this is tricky, mate. This is definitely hard. But yeah, like I said, you do get Sigic motive drops. I've had what was it, the Sigic chest drop, I think it was. Quite a nice drop. I've had the shields, I've had some nice drops. I quite like the Sigic stuff, so I might not sell that, to be honest. I might just keep it. But yeah, like the Necro, I think I've got the The two-handed, I think, is where the Necro really shines. Obviously you can use other weapons as well, but I think the bow is best for what I'm running at the moment. Like I said, I don't need any more defence, I don't need sword and ball, I don't need staff, because you've got to put on elemental drain. You don't have to, but you feel like you wanna. So with a bow, there's not a bow skill I need on the back bar, so it's purely there just for the mobility. So if I've already got the resistances, it's just the mobility, and now I've got that. I've got the pen, so I've just got to keep an eye on the crit and the weapon damage and the recoveries. So it's only 3 more things. So when you're doing a build, that's what you said, you want to do all the tick boxes, don't you? First you want to say, do you have the resistances and recoveries? Do you have the weapon damage? Do you have the pen? Do you have the crit? If you're doing a crit build, do you have the crit chance as well? What's the crit damage like? Do you know what I mean? You've got to try and balance everything out, and it is definitely trickier on a Necro, there's no doubt about it, and it is doable.
From the deep spawning pool. I see
We are
it in
full
your
again.
thoughts. Even you realize you cannot win.
Yes?
But yeah, this is a nasty drop, mate. A very nasty drop. Good morning, Manic Moose. How's it going? Who else has been struggling with this staff drop? It is definitely a difficult one. But I said I'm leveling my bow at the same time, so I'm not just here for the staff, I'm also getting that, and I said getting motive drops as well. Hopefully some Jubilee boxes. Geezer, geyser. But yeah, this Necro, I've got good expectations with. It's a nice little 2-bar. I said the resistances are sweet, 36, and it's only going to go higher as well. So definitely ain't gonna worry about resistances, because a lot of Necro builds might be lacking resistance wise, and this has got the high mobility. All good. Like you, I've got the fishing drop real quick, got my Narco stuff pretty, but haven't tried the one you are getting now yet, so you're in the same boat as me, mate. Yeah, this one is definitely hard, definitely the worst. I don't know what the Vardenfell one's like, so I haven't even got that far, but I don't think I'll be doing them, to be honest. I'm not too bothered about the helmet, and the other staff I don't really like much, but I do like this staff. And yeah, it does not drop. It's a real tricky one. I'm probably about 50 geysers in. I reckon I've probably done geysers or whatever they're called. Probably about 50 I've done, I reckon, in total. Probably like 15 a day, 20 a day, and nothing. Try and get some more people in the group. I think this is already a group.
Keturah calls you forth. The sea sloods are patient. We know we will win in the end.
Ask for. Come on. It's wearing me down now. Where's the next one? Activating. Right, it's that one there. It's a nasty little drop, mate. Yeah, it's like a shame, like I said, if the True Flame and the other ones were tradable, I would have definitely continued fishing, you know, to sell the pages as well. It's just a shame they don't, and it's a shame it was an easy drop for most people, so. But that's the way it goes, isn't it, you know. You just have to go with whatever Zos does. But I think once I've got this staff, if I do, I don't think I'll bother with the other two. So I've got 3 or 5 unique anniversary drops. But yeah, if anyone wants to talk about Necromancer, they need help, I've still got a few tips or whatever, how to build it a bit better. Like I said, one tip is they suffer from no access to the major brutality or sorcery, so again, rally, you need to build into the weapon lines just a little bit more. Don't go too heavy into the Necromancer skills, because, you know, I think they do lack a lot of stuff. And I think it's just easier just to chuck on. I've got 4 weapon skills here. I've got the Wrecking Blow, the Execution of the Rally and Onslaught. And then all the back bar, you can have a bit more Necro stuff. I got 6 perfect robe at fishing, put them in the auto defense and the message sold them in a minute, yeah. And that's what I wanted. I wanted to get more perfect robe. I got about 7, I think I did. I might have had 1 or 2 already before the event. Yeah, mine sold quick as well, so I was just hoping to get more. It was just an easy drop for me, you know. And I think it's been an easy drop for most people. I think that was about a 1 in 100 drop. I would say the True Flame. I would say the Manamarco Staff of the Worms is probably about a 1 in 100. Maybe 1 in 200. But this is probably, I'd say this is about 1 in 1,000 drop now, or 1 in 500. This one is definitely taking the cake. What's the bow line looking like now? I always look at the wrong time as well. So try and get the bonk on the boss. It's difficult getting the as long as I'm careful, I should still get the anniversary box.
Things will be different.
Right, come on, you're going to be lucky for me. So I've got the bow at, what's the bow at now, 30 in it, so that's good. I've got the, I don't know why I'm putting these on really, because I don't really need these, to be honest. I just need the hasty retreat, which I am getting from the channeled acceleration anyway, but just 2 double sources could be nice. I've seen a couple of people run bow on the back bar. I don't need any of the bow skills, so I've got, you know, I don't need the resistances. I'm not running sword and board. I probably could if I wanted to go crazy, but I just think the mobility might benefit me a little bit more. I really want to make a really solid Necromancer build, but I'm dropping the Death Knight one as well. That's really good, fun to play, easy because it's 1 bar, so you can pick up and get, you know, get right into it nice and quickly. This will be a 2 bar build, but yeah, the Death Knight's really good though. I do like that. It's a nice sort of like bleed build. It's got a damage shield. I'm stuck in some trees. It's got really high pen. It's got high health. It's a nice little combination I've made. And I didn't think a 1 bar would be viable, but it's you know, I've got a lot of kills with it. But there's no doubt, like the 1 bar builds, they don't. When people say they don't compete with them, with 2 bar, they do in ways and they don't in others. Do you know what I mean? Like the advantages of a 1 bar build is it's easy to pick up. You get a lot of free buffs. You get minor courage, which in my opinion is quite difficult to get hold of. You know, but the disadvantage is that you're limited with skills. Or another advantage of open souls, you don't need as much recovery because there's not a lot of pre-buffing. You know what I mean? It's already done for you. So, if anyone says that, I'll see if I can invite to the group. Oh, wrong button. Try and get some more people in. But 2 bar, obviously, it's, you know, it's better in ways because yes, you can normally perform better than what a 1 bar can. But like I said, at the cost of it being more difficult. I didn't get a drop there.
But this battle holds no significance.
And you do lose the minor courage on most builds, which I've noticed. Unless you're running like power extraction on a Nightblade. I mean, when you're ganking, a ganking build with a 1 bar or 2 bar, what's better? I would say, you know, 1 bar, that's where 1 bar and 2 bar, I think are just so close, there's not really any difference, to be honest. Because like I said, when you drop the open soul, you lose the minor courage, so that's nearly 300 weapon damage. So yes, you can put another set on, but how, you know, how much damage are you losing? I mean, you can probably get more pen and stuff, you know, but I don't think there's a lot in it with ganking. With proper like 1v1 builds, yeah, 2 bars always do push slightly ahead. But that's not to say 1 bar builds don't work, they do work. They're just, you know, if you want to be the best player in the whole, on the whole server, yeah, maybe 1 bar isn't the way to go, but not every PvP build has to be the best, you know, it can just be a build that's viable, workable, does the job. And again, not every build's going to kill no 1 build in this game will kill everyone. There's always someone that's going to be able to counter what you're doing. So, you know, but yeah, I'll be releasing my 1 bar Necro probably tomorrow. And then we'll be doing other builds, got plenty more planned. Definitely going to do some more Necro builds, so I'll be doing this one as well. So yeah, there's plenty more to come. I just hope the Necromancer gets some buffs, you know what I mean, and really pushes it to the forefront. I think Nightblade has definitely had its time. I mean, I'm a big fan of the Nightblade still, but I just really think it's time the Necromancer had some love, big time. But you know, the damage is still there. Like I said, you know, dropping that Blast Bones combo with Dawn Breaker Onslaught, as long as you time it all correctly, you know, Dizzy Swing, you can kill people. It does do the job, like I said. It's just making it work correctly. Well, I've seen some really good Necromancers and they just go through everyone, do you know what I mean? Like a good player will make anything work. So it does come down to the player. Yes, it's harder on a Necromancer, without a doubt, but don't mean it can't be done. Same with a werewolf, isn't it? They're tricky to balance and they're tricky to work. They're either a glass cannon or tanky. But my latest werewolf build is a perfect balance. You've got the damage, you've got the tankiness, and you can make it work, and it is doable. It's just harder, that's all. I bet my inventory's filling up again. So yeah, don't be discouraged from Necro because of what people say. You can still do a really good build.
Perhaps you only think you want, dead crawler.
Where's my merchant? Double tap the merchant. Oh, I just deleted those purple net. I want to be selling them. Right, so we're good. I don't know what they've done with this drop rate, mate. I'd love to see who has actually got this staff. You know, I'd love to see. But I've definitely seen some discussions on the internet that saying this is like a real like 5-hour grind, real tough one, and I can see it is. You know, I probably spent about 3 hours on this grind. Three hours in total. Let's put a scroll on. So yeah, has anyone had this Alvenar staff? I really want it now, because the harder it is to get something, the more you want it, innit? Well, I mean, some people probably have got all 5, you know, and been really lucky with the drops. But I'm not really too bothered about the Vardenfell ones. I think this will be my last one I will grind, as it's just like I said, it's very time consuming. But like I said, it's working towards a build anyway, so I'm not really losing out too much, you know what I mean? I said you're getting motive drops and stuff if I can ever get a hit on the boss. But yeah, it's certainly not easy. I think my group is basically gone now. There's only a few left. I mean, this is quite busy for console as well. Like, this is a lot of players. This is probably like the whole server. That's how dead it is on console these days. But I bet on PC it must be crazy. But there's like 100 people on these. So yeah, has everyone got has anyone got this Alvanor staff, the Sea Slowed staff? I want it. It's annoying me. I need it. You never know which one of the bosses. By the time you've found out what one of the bosses is, it's too late, it's gone. Oh, I got a drop. I got my drop.
But let's see how you fare next time.
Cooter, not too bad, not too bad. Always need those. I did pick it up. Mate, this staff is a joke. What were they doing? But I mean, this RNG sort of stuff has always plagued this game. Do you know what I mean? And I feel that the RNG does spoil the game, you know, to some extent. I feel like, yes, it should be a random drop or whatever, that's fair enough, but I feel if you've done about, say, 100, you know, and you really put some time into it, it should automatically just drop and just give you whatever, once you've put a sufficient amount of time into it. If you've been unlucky, it should then award you with the style page after, say, a significant amount of time has been passed. If you know you've done 100 geysers or whatever, and it ain't dropped, do you know what I mean? You should be then awarded with it. Would you reckon? I think that's fair. If you put the time in and it ain't dropped for you, then it should become an automatic drop after a certain number has passed. I don't know how they would measure that, but that's what I think they should do. Because I really don't want to be doing this. Like, once I hit the bow to 50, I ain't going to be really wanting to do it much anymore. But yeah, it's good for leveling a character, I suppose. You don't get tons of experience on the geysers, but it's not too bad. I hate leveling stuff. I hate sky shard hunting, and I hate leveling skills and skill lines. So that is why I'm on the Necromancer, just to do both at once. Don't you lag me out, Colonel? Any luck yet, Gloom? Nope, I've had nothing. I've had nothing. This is really a real, you know, difficult drop. I've had no luck. I suppose it's punishment for being lucky with a true flame and the Staff of the Worms. Who knows? But mind you, another tip is check your inventory as well, because when you're picking up loads of loot, there's a chance you might get distracted and you might forget it. Because I was farming the Staff of the Worms, I've probably done an extra 10 dolmens and it was already in my inventory. I didn't even know. It was only when I emptied my inventory I see it. I was like, what the hell, I've already got it. So yeah, make sure you check your inventory, because then when you're picking up tons of stuff, you might just miss it quick accidentally. Maybe I've already got the stuff, I might need to check. Oh, I'm on the wrong thing. No. I died.
You cannot hold back the sea with a sword, worm.
I think it's in the supplies. Yeah, it's not there. I've got some nice motives. Even got a Sigic chest. That's going to go for a bit of money. But I don't know if I want to keep it. Might keep it. I've not seen one person put it in the zone chat saying, "Oh, look, I found it" or anything, because that's what I would do. But yeah, I reckon the drop rate is about 1 in 500 geysers. I reckon the True Flame is about a 1 in 100 drop. are fishing holes, and I reckon the Staff of the Worms is about 1 in 200 drop of dolmens, but this is about 1 in 500. Am I going to the right one? See, I've done this before, gone to the wrong one. Yeah, about 1 in 500 I reckon. I've probably done about 60 or 70 geysers maybe, geysers. So maybe 1 in 500 is a bit extreme, but I wouldn't put it past us. There probably could be a 1 in 500 drop rate. But like I said, you do get nice motive drops, and you're still getting your boxes, so it's not, you know, you come back empty-handed. You do get some nice stuff. You'll get it in time, hopefully. Yeah. Hopefully by the time I get to the bow to 50. Once I get the bow to 50, I'm not really going to want to do it anymore, because then I won't be levelling skill lines either. I know I could swap to another character, but there's nothing I really need on other characters at the moment. But now I'm starting to think, have I got it? You know, have I got the style page in my collections or something? Might check actually, to be fair. But I'm pretty sure I ain't got it. After this one I might have a quick check. God, what's the bow on now, mate? It's like, it's taking forever, but I'm not really getting a lot of experience, because I'm not getting a lot of hits. Certainly getting plenty of scraps. I'm going to be getting some drill wax, that's for sure. So that would be hilarious if you had it. Yeah, like I said, it happened with the worm one basically. I hadn't used it, but I'd done about 10 extra dolmens, and as I was clearing, I thought, oh, I better clear out my inventory, and I had it already, didn't even realise. I was like, what the hell? Because you're picking up so much loot, I must have just missed it. And it's the same with these, you've got to make sure, see with the fishing one, you know, you ain't going to be picking up extra loot, so you can see it, do you know what I mean? But with this one, I'm going to quickly check. Collections, weapon styles, staff. Staff of the Worm, still got that one. I don't know what this one's even called, is it? That's the other one, isn't it? Yeah, I'm not too bothered about that one. I don't like that one as much. I'd definitely sell that one if it was sellable, do you know what I mean? Oh, there it is. Acquired rarely from abyssal geysers during the anniversary. Yeah, you're telling me. You are telling me that is rare. So yeah, I've definitely not got it. Definitely not got it. But it's always worth checking, like I said, you know, I had the worms and I didn't even realise it was in my inventory. I suppose dolmens there might be a bit more loot and I just didn't pay attention, and yeah, I've done probably about an extra 10. And I'm thinking, I've already got it. And that's another thing, if they're character banned, why do they just go in your inventory? Surely as soon as you pick them up, they should just auto go on your character, shouldn't they? and instantly to your account. If you can't trade them, I mean, they should just apply instantly. But yeah, if anyone wants to join me, I'm on Xbox EU, and like, I do play PCNA as well, but just not as much. I wish I could transfer my full account to PC, but you can't. Just such a lack of players. Like I said, I have done both the 2 new veteran dungeons now finally, but the Oathsworn definitely struggled to get a group. I know you can ask in guilds and that, but me and my mate always use the guild finder and group finder. You know, what's it called, activity finder, random dungeon finder for veteran. And yeah, it was like really, to ages, just no one doing it. It's a difficult dungeon, but it's definitely harder than the other one, the Bedlam Vale. But yeah, I've done it twice now. I've got what I needed from it. I do need the Cinder stuff still, but I can do that on normal, of course. I think the stamina recovery on this build is about 2.4k, so the stamina recovery is good enough. I'm not running the optimal food because obviously I'm not going to waste expensive food just doing this, so I've just got some basic tri-stat food on. But yeah, as I'll show if anyone has seen, the resistances are 30, should be 36. Almost. I might say 33, it should be 36 if we bug that. Should be 36, I don't know why it's coming up 33. Oh, it's because my armour smashed, you twat.
For the last time.
But yeah, don't give up on your Necro, mate. Like, it can work. Yes, it's more difficult, more challenging, but it can work. I might give up on this stuff, you know. It's wearing me down. But my bow line still needs levelling, so... I'm in the water. I don't mind doing a grind, but I would just wish it would have been the fishing grind, the true flame, that everyone would have struggled with. Because I could have got tons and tons of perfect roll. I would have been happy sitting there all day. Do you know what I mean? And like you don't have to pay attention to the fishing too much, so you can do other things while you're doing it. You can just put on a bit of Netflix or whatever, watch a bit of YouTube. But like I said, the resistance is definitely there, mobility's there, recoveries are there, the penetration's there. I've just got to double check the weapon damage and the crit damage on this build, and then it's good to go. It will be good to go. But yeah, look, my armour's smashed, and there's me going, oh, it should be 36k resistance. So yeah, that's what I thought. I don't need, if the resistance is at 36k and they stack higher as well, probably to about 40k, I don't need a sword and ball, do you know what I mean? I'd rather have mobility. Well, good luck, then. Got to go by. Alright, mate. Have a good one. Yeah, I don't need the resistances, so I thought, no, I don't need sword and ball. I didn't really want to do staff, because I always do high staff, back bar. I thought, you know what, I ain't done bow. And I'm feeling a bit of mobility, do you know what I mean? So I thought, you know what, I'm going to put that on. So I'm not using any, and I don't need to use any bow skills to get the benefit of the bow. Do you know what I mean? It's a passive, which is the major expedition. So I thought, you know, that will fit well, bow on the back bar. I've never been a big fan of bow on the back bar, but I'm just going for mobility. I've got the tankiness.
Drown these worms.
Oh no, the infantry's done me again. So yeah, I suppose I don't really want to be farming for this on this character, but like I said, I need the skill line. I need to make, you know, really want a character with plenty of inventory space. Oh, that's a nice one there, not too bad. Same as a belt though, but yeah, it's definitely a tough old drop.
Cthulhu would be impressed if your victory actually meant something.
Yeah, I think I'm going to leave it there, guys, for this farm for today. I'll finish the live there. Thank you to everyone that's tuned in, and I'll see you in the next one.